Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we end the week and start a new month as we started the week and ended last month with a clash of absolute titans, with Hera playing as the Britons in blue, getting ready to take on the Viper playing as the Berbers in yellow. Now while the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings, oink oink, and try to get their butts up to Feudal Age ASAP. Ooh, a couple of oinkers yet to be collected. Not a bad time for us to take a look at the civ matchup we will be watching today. The Britons, we saw them recently, a civilization built around supporting its ranged units. Their archery ranges work faster. Their foot archers, except for skirmishers, get free extra range, both in castle and then again in Imperial. All of their foot archers can be upgraded to get even more range, and all of this vitamin R is fantastic news for their unique unit, the Longbowmen. This is a pretty decent foot archer unit that comes with a massive 12 tiles of range when fully upgraded. Now, forget your foot archers. Briton Trebs are also some of the most powerful in the game because they can be upgraded to do blast damage and have 100% accuracy against stationary units. Now, to support their military production, Briton town centers do cost 50% less wood, so you do have a few more 2x4s to spend on your archer units, and their shepherds work 25% faster than normal, which does give them a little bit of a early game boost to their food income. Now let's take a look. Speaking of food income, at the right side of our map where we've got the Viper playing as the Berbers, a civilization that pushes its players into the 4 welcoming legs of cavalry. All Berber stable units are 15% cheaper in Castle, 20% cheaper in Imperial, which makes their Hussars super duper trash units. Their Camel units can be upgraded to regenerate HP. Their Castles can be upgraded to work faster. Both of these benefit their first unique unit. Look at this. A push and a pull and a push. Gotta love the pro players. Boar looks like he's about to get taken down. The Viper is playing with his deer. Nobody ever told these players, don't play with your food, but play with the deer. He does, gets 2 flawless bits of meat there. 1 push, 1 pull. Great, as one would expect from this level of gameplay. In any event, as I was mentioning, their camels can be upgraded to regenerate HP, their castles to work faster. Both of these features do benefit their first unique unit, the Camel Archer. This is a mounted archer unit that comes with a good amount of HP, great speed, and an attack bonus against cavalry archers. Now, starting in the Castle Age, the Berbers can actually train a second unique mounted unit, the Genitor. Think of this as a skirmisher that comes on a horse with more HP but less range, and does cost a little bit more food because you gotta feed the horse as well. That'll help get your economy up and running ASAP. Berber villagers do move 5% faster in the Dark Age, and then 10% after that. Ooh, another perfect push by the Viper, who gets a bit more food. 1 more boar, kind of hiding behind the house. In any event, those are the 2 civilizations. We've seen both of them recently. The Britons, I believe, as recently as yesterday, but that was on a closed map. That was on Arena. We are on a big old open map. We've got the 2 best players in the history of this game. And like I said, in a very confusing introduction, we are ending this week, starting a new month of November, as we started last week and ended October with a clash of these 2, as Hera now begins pushing his deer. Not a bad time for us, as the Viper, I feel like, is pushing the last of his deer, as Hera begins pushing the first of his deer, to look at the field of battle that we find ourselves on today. The chessboard, not an 8x8, but a bit bigger, a bit more hilly and terrain filled and natural. Where are all these villagers going? They are going straight to wood for the Briton here, who's getting loom. Both players getting loom at the exact same time. Will they click up at the exact same time? Unfortunately for Hera, tisk, tisk, tisk. A massive 1 whole second of TC idle time means that he is going to be behind the Viper a massive second going up to Feudal, and the Viper is doing my job for me. I say, let's take a look at the battlefield, and he looks at the attack path. Very forested. A few choke points here. These are 2 potentially ranged civilizations, and so choke points are going to be very, very fun to watch. Hera is going to place the barracks. Did he... Oh, look at the Viper. What a gentleman. Gets 1 of the 2 pigs, but doesn't really do much. At this level of gameplay, generally between these 2 players, I don't think I've ever seen... maybe I feel like I've seen it once, but I don't think I've generally seen these 2 players poach each other's herdables as much as you would see perhaps on a lower elo game. Hera going for the straggler trees real close by while he gets that deer pushed. In any event, the attack path not very clear. Lots and lots of forest, lots and lots of high ground all over the place in between these two bases. The bases themselves, if you look at the minimap, look pretty darn clear. Not a lot nearby. Primary gold to the front for our Briton, primary stone to the back, extra stone off to the left, and both extra piles of gold off to the right side. Forests in the forward position, not a bad little location here. Two houses. Oh, Hera, so close to trapping and taming the wild stallion that the scout rides on. I don't think it's a wild stallion. I'm just kidding. In any event, primary gold, ooh, and primary stone in the forward position. I say they weren't about to poach, and Hera looks like he was about to poach those two Piggly Wigglies, I feel like. In any event, that is kind of sour here for the Viper. Both his primary gold, primary stone in the forward position. Where's his extra gold? Off to the back right, and his extra gold, his third pile of gold. Ooh, annoyingly. I mean, the resources for the Viper are just disgusting here. He's got nothing to the back. Even his extra stone is kind of to the back, but far away, as is his extra gold. 3 out of the 5 main are here in the front. That is disgusting. At least Hera has his primary stone to the rear, and the gold kind of protected in this half forest, half structure nook for himself. Here we go. This is why you downloaded this game. This is why you bought the CD. This is why you watched my videos and watched T90 and watched Dave and Mem and all of them, to watch two tinklers going after each other. And we've got another situation where the HPs are going down at the exact same point. Who will get lucky with the random number generator? Who will survive here? It's the Viper. Even though they were attacking each other at the exact same time, even though they had the exact same HP, the RNG gods have spoken, and the random numbers have generated a W for our Berber, who gets the first kill, draws first blood, but with 3 HP left on the Spearman, ain't nothing you can do but run away, heal up a little bit inside the TC, or at least stay safe inside the TC as your HP starts going up a little bit here, a little bit there. Oh, the Viper! Oh, I feel so sour not catching that. Gets a second kill, and it is a good one, a villager kill. The Viper coming out of the gate swinging here. 3 scouts moving forward, but the Viper is still here to the base, to the north of the Briton base. Now he's finally running away. Maybe it's Hera's turn to do a little bit of damage. Scouts, pardon me, plural, may not get too much done. They do get trapped in here a little bit, but right side completely. Oh, the Viper didn't angle his gate properly, and so Hera allowed to escape. The quick-fingered snake makes a tiny little mistake, and Hera pounces on that, escapes, and gets the hell out of dodge here. What is the HP on his scout? Pretty good HP, so I don't really anticipate these scouts suffering too much. The Viper, also full HP on his units, but oh, an intercepting force. How many freaking scouts does our Berber have right now? Remember, their stable discounts kick in the Castle Age. They are not exactly Magyar scouts that are, you know, full year discount. These are no Castle Age and Imperial Age. So right now the Viper, 7 scouts in addition to his original one. That is 6 scouts times 80 food. That is 480 food if my math is correct. How's Mr. Spearman doing inside here? Okay, can't really see his HP, but oh, that pops out. Okay, got a little bit of extra HP. Now this is problematic for Hera. He's going to need more than 1 Spearman. He brings a second one on the right, but the one on the left is isolated, and this is the problem. You've got so many scouts now that you can literally surround, isolate, and destroy individual units. I don't think the Viper really needs to be that shy there. I think he could have gotten a second or maybe even a third villager kill. Hera does the same thing on the other side of the map. Guns down that 1 Spearman who, oh man, I feel so bad for that Spearman. He won the fight. He got the first kill of the game. Then he went into the TC, regenerated his HP all the way up, you know, double digits regeneration, and then got surrounded and killed. Unfortunately, that's the name of the game. These units on the map are not here for a long time. They are here for a good time, and we are in feudal, and good times means very good amount of micro. With that 1 villager kill, the Viper is still just 1 villager ahead. Hera racking up a little bit more TC idle time, but so has the Viper. Nothing really to be too scared about or write home about. Kill lead 3-1. Both players 7, 8 scouts apiece. Both of them sitting on 3 spearmen who are, I'm assuming, in the defensive position here. Yeah, all 3 guarding the gold. 1 over here guarding the entrance to the base. 1 guarding the villagers getting the berries. And where's the 3rd spearman? Where are you, Mr. Spearman? Oh, you are closing in on where you think the Viper's army is going to be, and you're going to be right. 1 poke, 2 pokes. Ooh, this one horse, this one scout has 9 HP, which means 1 more poke from a spearman, and he dies with that 18 damage that they do. Hera chasing his opponent out of his base. He just bought 100 food for 149 gold. Buying food a little bit more expensive now, thanks to the latest patch of the developers. I'll start whatever forest fire I want to, and ain't nothing you can do about it, Mr. Smokey. And here we go. Finally, the players engage. Somebody's got spearmen here. But it looks like the spearman in the center of the battle has died. I believe it was a yellow spearman, so the Vipers. And the Viper maintains his kill lead, this time going up 8-4. He does have 5 scouts left. He's also going up to the castle age, about 5 seconds behind his opponent. Not the end of the world. Maybe 7 seconds if you want to be real specific about it. And he, being the Berbers, is maintaining his mounted strategy, getting bloodlines as well. Spearman gets shoot away. What's the HP on these guys? Yeah, you see with 6 of them, pardon me, with 5 of them, but it looks like 2, maybe 4 are but below 50% HP. I don't know that you can even engage into a single spearman, although the Viper is going to try. Hera doing a good amount of moving, not a lot of attacking there, loses another unit. But he's on the other side of the map. He's staring down these gold miners. But it's the construction crew he's going after. And this is one villager who unfortunately is not making it home for supper today. And Hera gets a kill. At the same time, a little bit of a scuffle here. Some of those weaker scouts. Speaking of weaker scouts, oh my goodness, 2 whole HP. Oh, aggressive scouts. You can't let them make the decisions for you. Looks like more kills here, but now the village is joining in. Ooh, Hera gets a second villager kill. Takes the Vil kill lead and is starting to equalize the kills in total. 11-12, but a camel pops out 15% cheaper. Not exactly a Byzantine discount, but don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Hera's looking to slow down the pace of the game. He is the Britons after all. I don't think he's going to be able to compete with the Berbers in terms of speed. And so he is getting pikemen and squires. 1 camel, enough. Doesn't even take a single lick of damage. Kills both of those scouts. And now knights are passing each other like ships in the night. We've got a second TC to the rear of the Briton base. A third TC to the rear of the Briton base. Not too sure these scouts are going to accomplish very much. Hera knows their HP is absolute dog shit. Pardon me, they accomplished just enough. And will he get one more? He does get one more villager. So the Viper takes a 1 villager kill lead yet again. Hera's attacking here. He got that camel, the horsey unit, otherwise known as a knight, survives with 6 whole HP. And now this one spearman luring the knight to its death, but the knight survives. Camels, hut. No husbandry just yet for our Berber. Action happening everywhere. I am missing kills left, right, and center. Luckily, we'll be able to see all of that in picture as these camels hut their way to the knight, who gets attacked by yet another bear. Also, no husbandry for our Briton. No husbandry for our Berber. I love this, by the way. It means I have to know less. And if I have to know less, I'm happier. Happy as a clam. I'm just kidding, of course. Knights get shoot away by probably a monk as opposed to this one blue knight who runs straight face first into a monk. And Hera says, you know what? I'm not giving you a free knight. Forget it. I didn't upgrade them 1-1 just to give you a gift. And now he's going light cav the second he saw the monk. He is upgrading his scouts. He has 0 scouts, but he's upgrading whatever scouts he has in potential to be knights so they can 2-shot these monks unless they've got... No, they're still at 30 HP. The Viper, by the way, setting up a little bit of an encampment here in front of the Briton base. Monk sniper lines going down left, right, and center. 1 camel is getting converted, does get reconverted. Camel on the left going after a monk. Scout on the right went after the monk. The mobility. I thought he was upgrading these to light cav. I guess he canceled the upgrade. Interesting. Okay. Scouts need 3 whacks to kill a monk, whereas a light cavalry needs 2. But these monks are undefended. As is the villager on the left side. Oh, but undefended with an asterisk when we're dealing with the Viper, right? Undefended against many people, but oh, the building collapses. The villager dies. The monk dies. I again missed some of the action. I apologize. But action seems to be at an end as the players rebuild. Like the $1 million man. These are the $1 million bases. A 4th TC for our Briton, our Berber. Says, you know what? I'm not even going to bother walling my base in. You're the Britons. You're not going to show up here with any kind of lightning fast units. And so I'm just going to keep my bases completely open. And if need be, run my units into the TC. And there's not going to be too much you're going to be able to do about it. Now that, of course, may not be necessarily the best play. Viper going after the monks. He gets one and gets the hell out of dodge. I feel like I made a mistake. I feel like it was the Viper who upgraded his scouts to light cabin. 1, 2, 3, 4 monks. Villagers bite the dust. I'm not too sure what killed this villager. Was this a delete by accident? I feel like the Viper's units were a bit far away from that unit. Pikeman should be able to shoo this away. And the Viper, for all of his presence here, is not getting that much damage done right now. Ugh, the pikemen versus camels. It's such an ugly battle. Remember, their attack bonus against camels a little bit lower. 18 to 22 compared to cavalry. But still, 18 attack is not bad at all. And an 18 attack bonus, I should say. Will the Viper go after the monk? Will the monk get to the TC? Drum roll. 1. Oh, and then the second one? Oh, Hera gets him in the TC so quickly. And that's it. The Viper probably just doesn't want to deal with that army anymore. Doesn't want to deal with any kind of conversions. Just deletes his 2 scouts. Deletes the camel. Okay, I mean, that's certainly an interesting game plan to force your opponent to delete their own units. Will he delete this one as well? He does delete that one. Do the Berbers get... oh my goodness, heresy? Yeah, they get heresy. Neither here nor there at the moment, but they do get it. 2 more light cav. Pushing Bambi towards her delicious demise. The Viper might get 550 stone. Will he buy 100 more? Yeah, he just bought 100 more. And again, the Viper taking such a conservative approach. These structures pretty far away from the Briton base. This castle, aside from laming any gold mining here, doesn't really do much, right? I mean, this is what, 5 villagers on wood that you can push off of wood with a unit? I don't know that you necessarily need a castle here, unless he just wanted the high ground, in which case a fantastic location for a castle. Where's the monk that tried to convert these units? There he is, moving forward. Castle is up. What got the kill? The castle or the scorpion? It was the castle. And now our Berber is starting to gobble up resources. Berber is not exactly the most resource intensive of the civilizations, but if you can obviously get map control, outmine your opponent, then you are going to get the W in 9 times out of 10, unless your opponent is like Mr. Yo, or perhaps like Hera, just a master of holding on in the most dire of situations. Villagers town center join in, get the kill. Was it one of these 2? No, it was the TC. Okay, fair enough. Viper's trying to bust his way into here, give himself an opening. I saw a camel archer somewhere. There they are. Such a fun unit. So light on its feet. Not that it's going to do any bonus damage. I doubt our Briton is going to add cavalry archers, but oh, wait a second. You can't let the pikeman close. It's still a camel unit, which means its armor is not that great. Also, the pikemen surround the light cav here. Usually camel armor 0/0, but because this is an archer unit, the developers felt the need to give it 1 pierce armor, I believe. Yeah. No melee armor whatsoever, though. Another monk snipe. Okay. And we are getting Casbah. Casbah, the first of the 2 camel archer related upgrades, will make the Berber castles work 25% faster. Techs are researched quicker, units are pumped out faster, longbowmen are out. Longbowmen with Botkin and ballistics. Viper is also getting ballistics, just cleaned up Botkin as well. I mean, this is such a fun game already. Let's see more. Hera gets caught out, moving out with some villager. The Viper has gone up to 16, 17 villager kills. Let's see the mobility of the Berbers take on the death ball ability of the longbowmen. Hera's going up to 8 of them. Of course, in yesterday's game with Survivalist, I was talking a big shit game about how, oh, you don't really see longbowmen in open maps because they're expensive to fully upgrade, more effective to train units out of archery ranges, blah, blah, blah. And of course, the very next game, Hera just goes up to 10 longbows. Viper's infrastructure not really doing too much at the moment. He's getting thumb ring as well. Bracer. Janitors. Okay, finally we see a Berber player adding the mounted skirmisher unit known as the Janitor. Remember, their range is a little bit lower, but their HP is so much better. Their maneuverability is so much better. And their attack against pikemen is pretty decent as well. I believe a 3. Yeah, 3 against spearmen. And now our Berber begins the siege of the Briton base. Trebs, no siege engineers, shelling away at a TC, at a castle. Oh, the camel archers are just shredding through everything here. 22 villager kills at the moment. That being said, Hera is ahead in villager count. His longbowmen should be able to take good amount of damage on these trebuchets, and here we go. Janitors do technically counter both of these units, the pikemen and the longbowmen. Longbowmen are an imperial, means they get 2 free extra range right now. No yeoman and no elite means they are at a 10 tile range, which is still pretty damn fantastic if you ask me. Bear attacks the camel archers as the camel archers kill a villager and are now trying to bust their way in here. Is he not paying attention? And a single longbowman here as well. Imagine if Hera was targeting the one camel archer that was being attacked by the bear. All of a sudden, the map is erupting. Lights are going on and off. Camel archers, hello. Okay. Surround and gun him down. It looks like the Trebs have been relocated here to the right side. That one castle has become 2 castles for our Briton. TC down. House is down. Not too sure what got that scorpion. Probably the Treb, yeah. More and more Janitors. He's going up to 21. Now, the Elite Janitor upgrade is also a pretty cool one. It's one of those upgrades that doesn't cost any gold. Like with the, oh my god, the name just flew out of my brain. The Mayan unique unit. The Plumed Archer. Going to Elite does not cost any gold. It is all just food and wood. And so ain't no excuse not to get the Elite Janitor. And more reinforcements are coming in, and oh man. Army count double the size for our Berber. Trebs are shelling away at the Janitors. This is not something you see every day. He got 2 of them? That is freaking epic. Do we have Werewolf for our Britain? No Werewolf. Not that Werewolf I think would have helped in that scenario. They were moving. They weren't stationary. I mean, this is just amazing. Hello? 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 What were they waiting for? An invitation from the Emperor? 2 more get got. Now remember, these are technically trash units, but it's still so much fun to see these chemistry balls get another one. There's nothing these Janitors are going to be able to do against these trebuchets. That pierce armor basically negates all of their attack. But the Viper is here. 5 Trebs. 2 of them get hit. And he's going up to Cavalier. Is our Berber. Still action happening here on the right side of the map. More and more units are being taken out by this small band. 15 kills, 9 of them villagers of these camel archers. But if he's not paying attention, the Viper will get drawn into the castle fire. Does get drawn into the castle fire, which means bye-bye. Hera is missing the quintessential Imperial late game Hera unit, which is the light cavalry raiding unit. And so he has not done any damage on the other side of the map, except for, I guess, sending this one halberdier to get vision of some Monet lily pads. Aside from that, not too much getting accomplished there. Janitors are fully upgraded. 8 attack plus a slew of bonuses. Range is up to 7. Siege engineers finally getting gotten for our Berber, whose trebs are being maneuvered around. Pretty fun. Pretty crazy maneuvering with these trebs left, right, and center. Looks like he did lose one. How many kills on these two trebs, by the way? 6. That's amazing. What is that? 5 Genitors and a treb? That sounds like a sitcom from the early 90s. Oh, 5 Genitors and a treb. Raising a baby in New York City. Out of one apartment. Hera, what are your unique techs looking like? No Warwolf, no Yeoman. He needs something here. Otherwise, he's just going to get outmaneuvered by the Berber, who, to be fair, is not really multi-prong and attacking right now. The Viper is pretty much swinging like a big old pendulum. I bet that's not what you thought I was going to say, is it, you perverts? He's swinging around like a big old pendulum from the south to the north to the south. Genitors are popping in through the center here. They're pushing back these longbowmen. And now they're going after the treb. Every little bit of damage helps, but if they just stop for a second, if the halberdiers close on them, it is goodbye Genitors, who escape out of the corner of the base. And now they're going to throw their flaming javelins at these halberdiers. Remember, Genitors, like I said, are just mounted skirmishers, so they do have minimum range, which means they have to use the fart dispersal method to fight a single melee unit. And Viper not paying attention yet again. Or maybe he's paying attention and he's so confident that he can delete this castle with his trebs, otherwise known as destroy the castle with his trebs, that he won't suffer too much damage. But for now, the villagers are repairing despite being murdered left, right, and center. Hera says, you know what, enough. I need to just buy 100 more stone and put down a new castle. Not too sure what the point of building the new castle right next to the old castle was, with the trebs able to reach it. But the Viper's treb count is getting eaten into by these halberdiers. No more camel archers. 14 longbowmen. Only training 1 out of 2 castles. Another small band of halberdiers, but look how slow they move. And by the time they get here, there's going to be 3, 4, 5 dead villagers. But again, if they can close, buy counter units, buy skirmisher on a horse. And here we go. The Viper, not happy to kill units with these Genitors, is now adding in some muscle. And there is Maghrebi camels right as he trains. Pardon me, not a single camel unit? I mean, these guys aren't horses. Cavaliers, last time I checked, do not ride camels. Why did the Viper get Maghrebi camels? Oh, I know why the Viper got Maghrebi camels. Because he's sitting on 5,000 gold. And so that's basically FU money in Age of Empires. So why in the hell not throw in some upgrades here and there? Oh, the Berber Beast. The Berber Beast Bombard Cannon is out. And Hera, to be fair, still has a... I always try to look on the bright side. And I was about to say, Hera, to be fair, still has a sizable base. He still defended to the south. Unfortunately, look at the frickin' villager kill count. 112 to 4. The Viper's score is almost double the size of his opponents. The Viper has total map control, and the Viper playing the Berbers like the Berbers need to be played. One moment he's over here, another moment he's over here, another moment he's over here. This is the mobility, this is the whiplash of the Berber Beast war machine. And now he's added in the death dealers, the building destroyers. Not too sure what the hell the point of building that second castle right in range of the trebs was. Maybe he wanted to keep the trebs there so the halberdiers could attack them. I don't know. But that was a bit of a weird move there out of our Briton, who, with the slower units, finds himself playing way too reactionary. These are way too slow of a unit to have to defend in multiple locations at once. And like I said, even when they close on the Genitor, they do get the better of the fight. Unfortunately, by the time they close, they have to move, they have to catch up, and the Genitor moves around. And unfortunately for Hera, his response, his emergency response team is just way too slow. It's like, imagine having ambulances that walk instead of drive to a scene of an emergency. That's what the situation here is for the Britons. And I don't want to do a spoiler alert, but spoiler alert 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to yesterday's game. The Britons just lose again. Although, to be fair, we've seen some Berber losses recently. I'm sure Chris is going to be very happy. One of our awesome viewers from live streams and videos is going to be very happy. He is a Berber main, a Berber stan, a Berber fan, a Berber man. And he is going to be very happy at the result of this game. Pikemen, a few scouts. I guess I was wrong. I for some reason I thought it was Hera that was upgrading his scouts to light cav, and unless he canceled it, I was probably looking at the Viper and then made a mistake of the hell I was looking at. And right at the end of the game, we got Hussars because again, the Viper has 5,000 gold. And what the hell do you do with 5,000 gold? The answer is whatever the F you want. Because in Age of Empires, 5,000 gold at the 48-minute mark of the game means that you can do whatever the F you want. And whatever the F you wanted was Cavaliers and, more importantly, Genitors. If you see your opponent is going Pikemen, I keep saying Pikemen, Halberdiers, and Longbowmen, you counter them with your mounted skirmisher, +5 attack bonus against archer, +3 against spearman, double the amount of HP of a standard skirmisher. Mobility, don't even get me started. Look at that speed. That is a husbandry cavalier speed. Yep. And that is fantastic. Now, why did he get McGrebby camels? Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe he thought he would transition. Maybe he thought he was going to see more light cav and he was going to add some camels of his own. But look at the APMs. 12 minutes in for Hera, but look at that. Whoa, okay. I mean, the beginning of the game, I missed like half the action looking at one side of the screen. Not because any fault of my own, patting myself on the back, but because the action was way too fierce on multiple fronts. But we'll have seen it in picture. But look at that. 12 minutes, 13 minutes in, 14, 15 minutes in, the players were just tearing into each other's bases with those Feudal Age armies. 1,300 extra relic gold, 5,000 total gold mined and relic, and the Viper just takes all of the resources in a 13,000 bigger economy. That is more than 20% bigger economy for our Berber, and Hera just didn't get any work done on the other side of the map, and unfortunately, 5,000 wood, a little bit more food, gold we saw, stone basically identical. They both had a good amount of castles, conversions, 3 apiece, but look at the total villager kill count, 112 to 4. Oh, wow. Even if you remove the 112 from the 286, the Viper killed more military and more civilian than his opponent. And like I said, Hera just not getting much / anything done on the other side of the map. We still have this one Halberdier just taking up space. But there's been no damage since the early stages. Literally since what? The 13-minute mark, 14, 15, 16. He has just been back inside of his base. And to be fair, you can't really blame him or fault him for that because that's what the Berbers are supposed to do. They're supposed to be running around. They're supposed to be slashing your left flank, your south flank here, then 20 seconds later slashing you through the center, then 30 seconds later killing your villagers up top here. That's what the Berbers, that's what mounted units that throw things are supposed to do. Cavalry archers, genitors, camel archers, Mangudai. I don't care what kind of unit you have. If it's on a horse and it throws things, generally in Age of Empires, my opinion is that that is exactly what it's supposed to be. It is supposed to be a slashing unit running around, carving up your base, and then the heavies move in, and then they kind of just take a break on their giant horse. Although a break after getting 4 villager kills, okay, you're entitled to a smoke break. You're entitled to an absolute smoke break. But kudos to the Viper for, number one, building Genitors, not a unit we see every day, despite the fact that it is an absolute amazing unit. And number two, for realizing that the Genitor was the unit he needed to train against the army composition of his opponent. Pikemen, again, I said Pikemen, Halberdiers, and Longbowmen, both countered by this unit, which again comes with double the HP of a standard skirmisher. And so it is a lot tankier, a lot faster, a lot more mobile. The lower range, not really that big of a deal. But holy moly, did the Viper put on a clinic of Berber aggression here. And even though our Britain still has lots of wood and not that much gold in the bank, still has lots of wood. Unfortunately, gold no longer mineable. This gold we saw is being taken. And that third patch of gold here looks like it's been cleaned up a long time ago. Or maybe just now. long time ago, being like 5 seconds ago. And this guy's still carrying 17 gold. How much gold are these villagers carrying? Okay, 77. So you've got enough to train 1 or 2 more longbows. And that is all she wrote for our Britain, who unfortunately gets pressed back, is not light enough, not quick enough on his feet to meet the multi-pronged pendulum attack of the Berber. And with the super cool Genitor Elite, nonetheless, it is the Viper who takes the W, but GG in a very fun game to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.